Hello, hello. I will be with you in just a minute, but be sure to stop in and say hello. Let me know you're here. Sounds like I have my speaker on still. Let me get that. We will get started in just a second. Make sure that went to my VIP group. Let's see you guys. Try that again. Who's here with me? All right, one more place. We are done. Done, done, done. Okay. Hello, everybody. I'm Sue. I'm a Chuckature designer from Massachusetts, and tonight I'm going to be here showing you an idea that I had for a planter. It's been just gorgeous the last couple days here, and of course it got me thinking about what kind of plants I wanted to put in my gardens this year and where I could put some planters and all that fun stuff. Hi, Cindy. So I was thinking about making a planter, so that's what we're going to do tonight. I have everything ready right here. If you wouldn't mind hitting your SHARE tab for me, that would be awesome. Thank you for sprinkling my video so that others can hear about Chuckature. But if you're ready, we're going to get started. This shouldn't be a really long one. I know last night we had kind of a longer one than usual, making that pillow sash and the stuffies, and that was really fun. They came out super cute. But today we're going to do something a little bit more simple. We're just using one color, one transfer, and everything that you need with the exception of the box is going to be available in the link in the description of this event. So check it out and let me know if you have any questions while we're working. Let me get my camera set up here. Oops. I need longer arms. There we go. Sorry. Okay, we're almost there. Oh, I was almost there. Bear with me. Goodness. Okay, whew. That's exhausting. So yeah, my camera's up high and my table is high, so I have to really reach to get things touched on my camera. So we're all set. We're good to go. So again, thank you for sprinkling my video. We are going to be working with a little transfer tonight, and this one is called the Welcome Star Tile. It just came out in our catalog in February, and I've been trying to think of the perfect project to do it with, and I think I've got it. So this is a beautiful little divided box I've had for a while. I actually bought a bunch of these to do at some scrapbooking shows that I'm a vendor at. But when COVID hit, everything fell apart, and I wasn't quite sure what I was going to do with them up until now. So I have painted these white. It's a nice bright farmhouse white color, and I sanded them down, kind of use that envelope technique that I showed you before. If you have paint and it feels a little rough, just take an envelope and rub it down and it'll smooth it right out. So that's just a quick tip for you tonight. Let me see if I can get this a little bit better for you. What in the world? Okay. Hello, Jan. How are you? Cindy, you have this transfer. That's awesome. This is really cute. The first thing I thought was it looked like a quilt pattern, but it's actually called a tile, and I've seen people do like kitchen tiles with this and quilted patterns too, but I haven't seen it done on a planter, so we are going to be the pioneers of planters tonight. Hello, Tracy. I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? All right, let's see. I think I left my scissors over here. I'm going to grab a pair. Oh, on the other side of the room, of course. Here we go. Sorry, guys. Of course, I have to forget something every single time, right? All right, so this is a cut apart transfer. So I'm going to cut these two pieces apart. And again, you can slice them with a razor blade like I do sometimes. I'm just being lazy tonight. Yep, I am. And take my marker, and I'm going to write on the back, welcome. And I'm just going to write tile on the back of this one. All right, so my plan is to take these cute little transfers and get this in the right spot for you. Boy, I zoomed in too far. I'm going to have to zoom out a little bit. There we go. A little more comfort there. And I want to put welcome in the center, and I want to go all the way around the other four sides, this plus this, and go all the way around with this quilt pattern. I think it's going to look really, really pretty. What do you think? So, first thing we got to do is find the center. And you know what? I don't usually measure anything, and I'm not going to today either. So I'm just going to fuzz this just a little bit. It feels a little bit stickier than you want to put it right on something that's been freshly painted, and I did paint this today. So what you do when you're fuzzing a transfer is you're actually making it a little bit less sticky. So it's not sticking quite so tight. It picks up just a little bit of lint or fiber from the towel or the t-shirt or whatever it is that you use to fuzz your transfers. That one is a Chalk Couture fuzzing towel. It is branded, and it's Velcro, not Velcro, sorry. It is terry cloth on one side. I think I am going to measure this. And it's a microfiber on the other side. So right here we've got about 3 1/4 inches. And this side, oh man, that was pretty good. 3 1/4. Let me just pull it over this way, and I'm just going to put that right there. I'm going to leave that there for now because I'm going to use it as a guide. Okay, so I'm also going to fuzz this part too off to the side here, so you can see it a little bit. I just want to make sure that it doesn't stick so tight that it pulls the paint off that I did today. Another thing that you could do, which I didn't think of until just now, is you could put a light coat of surface wax on the white paint, and that would help as well. Okay, so what my plan is, let me just check this. So I'm going to use the edge of the transfer here as my guide as to where I'm going to start, but I also have to decide where I want my tile to be. So I think I'm just going to use the top edge of the box and line that up with the top edge of the transfer. We'll just work our way around like so. Sorry, it's a little bit high for me to see right there, so I'm going to pull it back and forth a few times. All right, so we're going to get that down nice and tight. And I'm going to go around the corner with this very carefully. You want to be really careful that you don't stretch your transfers when you're doing this. That would not be a good thing. So get that down as tightly as you can. And I'm going to do this whole project in black. I think it's going to be really, really pretty. It's that nice farmhouse kind of look. And you can put really any kind of flower inside of this box, or you could use it for craft supplies or desk things that are on your desk. You could use it for utensils, or you can put your mustard and ketchup in there, whatever you like. Hi Annie, how are you? All right, so I've got my paste here, and I just gave it a good stir before I came live. You want to make sure that it is about the consistency of sour cream or cake batter, whichever you prefer. We have stir sticks right on my website that look like this that you can use, but if you don't have them, use the back of a plastic knife or a fork. Just kind of use the handle end of it to stir it up. Now if you're feeling like it's a little too thick, more like a brownie batter, spray a little distilled water into it and stir, stir, stir till it's about the consistency of sour cream. All right, so it is ready to go, and I'm gonna need a squeegee. I think we're gonna go with this mini for tonight. So we have a couple different kinds of squeegees. This is a mini, we have a small, we have an angled, and we also have a 4-inch handled squeegee. And like any other job, you want to try to use the right size for the job. I could actually use probably a small one, which is bigger than the mini, but I think we're just going to go mini tonight. Otherwise it'll be done in 5 seconds flat, right? I'm just going to take some of that chalk paste and start smoothing it all over the design, like you're buttering your toast. You don't have to worry about covering all of the teal. That part does not get covered. Anywhere you can see white showing through, it has a silk screen there. And that is the only place where the paste will go through the screen. So get that nice and covered up, like so. I'm going to go around the corner and do this edge next. Make sure you guys can see it. There it is. This is sticking up just a smidge here, so I'm going to be super careful about that, just because the corner is not exactly smooth. Now, if I happen to have any little bleeds on here because of the texture of the wood, it's really not a big deal. It's kind of a look right now, so don't even worry about it. It doesn't look like it's manufactured somewhere, mass produced. It's going to look beautiful. Okay, so as soon as you got that covered, you're going to peel it off. You can see a pretty new quilt starting to form. All right, so I'm going to go to this side. So far, so good. And I'm going to do the same thing right here. Let's find the edge of the template and the edge of the box. I might get a little bit messy here because I have to put my fingers down to make sure this transfers down kind of tight. I got some paper towels here. Keep my fingers kind of clean. It's a messy job, but somebody's got to do it. You can also use your multi-tool to make sure you're putting some pressure down on the areas that won't take the chalk. So going around the corner again, and we'll get this down as well. Yeah, this multi-tool is working pretty well. So our transfers are very sticky on the back side, as I was saying, but they are reusable after you've used them. You wash them in lukewarm water. Dry them sticky side up, and then they are ready to go again and again. If you guys have any questions while I'm working, feel free to ask. All right, almost at that corner edge. So I asked you guys, what was your favorite spring flower? I've always had a thing for pansies. I like a lot of spring flowers. Daffodils are beautiful. Tulips I like too, but daffodils I think are pretty. Oops, I just got some on the white. I think I can clean it off though. Pansies have always been my favorite because I don't know why I always think they look like kitten faces. And if you know me, you know I'm an animal person. Kittens are adorable. So what's your favorite spring flower? I have another favorite for summer. You probably know that. I think I've talked about it before. Oh yeah, that looks cute. All right, I'm just going to clean a little spot right here that I went outside the lines. Should be able to get that right off if I do it quickly. Or I'll just make a big mess with it. Let's see. Might have been on my finger. There we go. So because we're using water-soluble chalk, you are going to want to remember to seal this if you're going to put it outside or if you think it's going to get wet. I'm going to dry it up a little bit. Daffodils, yep, oh, those are pretty. I don't seem to have very good luck growing them though. I'm not sure why, but they seem to come up one year and the next year I get a couple little green leaves and that's the end of that. I'm not very good with plants. I always tell people I'm lucky my kids grew. One year I bought a whole package of Brex bulbs. Do you remember those? They're probably still around. And they grew up perfectly that spring. And one day I was in the kitchen and my son, who was probably 3 or 4, and his best friend who lived next door walked in the door with their hands full of the heads of every single flower I planted. Oh my gosh, I was so upset. Trying not to let him know it. Oh boy. So they were always allowed to pick the yard flowers, which were dandelions, but not my pretty ones. Alright, let's figure out how this goes back on here. The pattern should line up. I'm going to turn it for just a second so I can make sure I get this right, and I just made a mess again. Darn it. Ugh. Sorry. Your squirrels get them? Nasty squirrels. Yeah, we've had things dug up in our yard. And we've had pumpkins chewed up, we think, by groundhogs. Judging by the size of the teeth. Alright, let's see if I can figure out where this goes. It should line up. There it does. It does. Okay, so if I can find the right spot, then I'll turn it around again. Looks like I got it. Alright. I'm gonna have to stand up and look at this from up here. Not quite as easy as it looks, because you can't see through the black. I think I've got it. All right, this might be a stand-up job. All right, let's get this down. If you find that your screen is drying a lot in between places, it's okay to go and wash it and dry it and start over when you can. Let's go through this. I guess I could do the welcome part of it now too. That part of it's pretty done. Or you could put welcome on both sides if you wanted to. I thought this would look cute on your table by your front door or on your step. Yep, not quite perfect, but that's okay. Okay, let's go around this corner. Actually, I'm going to stop at the corner because I'm not sure if it's going to match perfectly when we get it all the way around to the other side, but I have to dry this first. Let's do that. So if you're going to be putting this outdoors, or if you think it's going to get really wet, like in the rain or whatever, be sure to seal it well. A couple coats of light sealer would be perfect. So have you guys ever been to Cape Cod? They have an area, I want to say, I'm trying to think of the name of the town, but they have a beautiful display of daffodils every spring. It is gorgeous. This is not right. I'm having trouble seeing through this. That's the problem. That should go right about here, and that should go right about there, and I'm right at the top, I think. Pretty close. I might be going uphill, who knows. But there's thousands and thousands of tulips and mostly daffodils there. Really, really pretty. It's in Sandwich, that's where it is. Sandwich, Massachusetts, on Cape Cod. And my in-laws used to live there, so we'd get to go and see them in the spring. It was always really pretty. All right, let's lift that. Hope for the best, right? Yeah, we did all right. I feel like it's starting to dry on the transfer, so I might clean that up a little bit before we finish this up. It does look cute though, it's pretty rustic. Alright, so I'm just going to move this aside for a minute and clean this up by hand. I have a mat back here I'm going to grab. There's one over here. Just going to put it on here and clean it. So all I'm going to be doing is spraying this with some water. And we'll wipe it down and it'll be ready to go in just a minute. So while I'm cleaning this, let me talk about the best way to do this. This is going to be a little bit messy on my table. But generally, I take it to my sink and run it under lukewarm water. And I use something called a board eraser to clean it really, really well. Do I have any handy? Of course not. They're in the other. Oh, I do have one. That'll help a lot. So spray it down. This is a board eraser. It kind of looks like a magic eraser, but there are no chemicals in it that are going to be harmful to you or to the transfers. So it's safer to use. So just kind of scrub it. You can see how much easier it's cleaning off than when I did it with the paper towels. Give that a good scrub. And I'm going to wipe it with paper towels here again. Much easier to do in your sink. Okay, so we're going to peel that up and we'll do the other side. Now the other side is where the adhesive is. And you want to be really, really gentle when you're cleaning those. And it's really important not to let them soak with water too long. That will remove the stickiness. So be really careful to do it quickly and gently. You can use the board erasers if you want to. Just be gentle. And be aware that some colors, especially like the black that we're using, reds, there's some colors that tend to leave a stain on your transfers, and that's perfectly okay. It doesn't harm them at all. They're just as useful and ready to be used again, even with the stains on them. Don't even worry about that. Okay, we're getting there. Just got to get this dried a little bit. And you could do this in any color that you wanted to that would match the trim on your house or your door. Oops. Okay. Just want to get this nice and dry before we put it back on our box. Almost done. When it's wet, you're going to find that it's hardly sticky at all. And then when it dries, the stickiness comes back. Because I can already start to feel this drying. You can see a little bit of flecks of paint on there, as I thought it might pull the paint off. So I should have waxed that first. But it's okay. Just going to add to our rustic stuff, right? Okay, let's start back up this way. And it's nice I can see through it again. Just got to get these lined up in the right spots. Where did I leave off? There we go. Okay. Here we go. Cindy, check on my VIP group if you're interested in the boxes. And think about all the different transfers that you could use on here. It doesn't even have to be this pattern. You could use so many other things. That new plaid that we have is beautiful. Got lots of different transfers that would fit on here with no problem. So as always, I am applying this and then removing the excess paste. It doesn't look like it because this box is really dark. So let's peel that up. And dry it. That's pretty cool. I'm going to try to quickly put this back on where we left off before it dries on the transfer again. So I'm hoping I don't have to wash it again. If we do, no big deal, right? Just take your time. Now this time I am going to wrap it around the box and continue all along the back edge. Should be a couple more times. Okay. My fingers are covered with black. Yikes! Okay, let's put this back up so you can see. Just spreading on over. So I have a link in the description of this for the transfer, the paste, and the squeegee. If you don't have a box like this and you would like one, you have to be in my VIP group to find out how to get them. So just put VIP in the comments and I can add you in there if you're not there already. Otherwise, you can use this pattern on other things as well. Okay, that's good. Let's peel it. I'm trying to remember which direction I took it from. There we go. Looks good. You know what's funny is there's a couple little mistakes here. I went outside the line, but it looks like it should be there. It really does. I am trying to do this as quickly as I can so that my transfer doesn't dry. Okay, let's bring it back in. Darn it, I wish I could see a little better. It's like blind quilting. I can see sort of. I think I'm going off track just a little bit because the transfer is hanging off the edge. I missed it. All right. So did you guys get a chance to go outside today, hang out outside? It was gorgeous. I was out there collecting my maple sap again. I should have another gallon or so by the end of the weekend of syrup. As I was saying before, it takes a lot of sap to make a little bit of syrup. So we made about a gallon this weekend, so it should be, I'm going to guess another gallon this weekend. Okay. Oops. I'm trying to keep it in the right direction. Okay, here we go. I think we're going to need one and a little bit maybe to finish this. All right. Let's go a little bit further. By the time I'm done with this, I'll be a pro. Getting this in the right spot, I think. That's it. So, I don't know, I think most of you guys have done my, most of my VIPs that are here have done my classes with the farm stand signs. And I spent most of the afternoon designing a new one today, so I hope you like it. Any idea what's on there? Hi, Kathy. Kathy, I think I need to see you. Aren't you I think you joined my VIP, not my VIP, but my Club Couture last month, so I have a gift for you. I need to get to you. This is so perfectly imperfect that I really love it. Okay, yeah, so what do you think I did? I'm designing something new for the farm stand sign. It is for spring. I'm going to have to move this a little bit so I can see it better. So I am right at the edge here, living on the edge. Let's see what we can do. So what are your guesses? It wasn't easy, let me tell you. Come on, here we go. That's about it. All right, just need a little bit right on this edge here. Oh, thanks, Kathy. think it's going to be cool. Wait till you see the front of it. Okay. There we go. All right. I'm going to put this baby to the side for now. Look at my hands. Yikes. I'm a mess. Let's clean them up a little bit. Flowers? Wrong. That's what I was thinking I was going to use, but it just couldn't work. I couldn't get it to work. I think you'll like it though. Hopefully I'll be cutting my prototype out tomorrow so I can make sure that it looks good. So, what we're going to have on there, any other guesses? You're going to go, oh, yikes, look at my table. Good thing this stuff is water soluble, that's all I can say. All right, so we've got our box almost done. Here's the front. And we've worked all the way around the sides, and they are perfectly imperfect, as I like them. And the only thing left we have to do is the welcome in the front for this project. No other guesses, you guys, huh? Okay. Do you need a hint? Okay, here's a hint. It's something you pick around Father's Day. There's your hint. How'd I do? Oh, so cute. I love this. All right, so we've got our little box here. And again, you can put plants in here. You could put your, you could organize your desk supplies in it. You could put kids' crayons in it. What else could you put? Plastic silverware. What else? All right, you guys are no fun. You're not guessing. Well, thank you. I'm glad you love it. Kathy, you got it. We're going to be putting strawberries on that board. I don't know if you all have seen it, but I will show it to you. I have it behind me after I get some of this black stuff off of my hands again, because I'm a slob. So, yeah, lots of things that you can put in here. Someone else has suggested that you use it for cosmetics, like your, not cosmetics, but your brush and your comb. Oh my gosh, I need a bath. Your hair dryer, all that kind of thing. And yeah, you can do whatever you want. So I'm going to turn my camera so that you can see this up close and personal. There we go. There it is. The little welcome box. It does have dividers inside. And I would probably suggest if you're going to put plants in here, you put them in a pot in the squares if you can. Or if you don't really mind if it doesn't last forever, just put them right in here. Why not? You can put some drain holes in the bottom if you want to. I'm not going to do that for you just in case you decide to do it with something else. One other thing, oh, and I almost forgot about this. It does come with hardware. So let's find that. Here it is. It does come with handles that I can put back on here. Got those tools out. If I can find the holes again. There they are. Right here, I've got two. That would have been just like me to walk off without finishing my project, right? Yeah, I had plans to do some Christmas projects with these boxes, but yeah, when the pandemic hit, that kind of ended my events that I was doing. So I still have some of them available. But you have to be in my VIP group to hear about those. Can't talk about it otherwise. Alright, so here we go. These came out a lot easier than they're going in. Come on now. Well, you get the idea. I'll put the other one in later, but they go like this. 2 little brackets in your handles. You could paint these darker if you wanted to, but they're pretty sweet. And you have a nice handle thing. You can pick up your basket anytime you want to. And you're ready to go. Hi, Leslie. I didn't even know you were there. So here's our beautiful box that we did tonight. I'm going to show you that farm stand sign before we go. And yeah, here it is. It's all ready to be done. The last thing that we did was for winter. We had a beautiful snowman on here, but it's time to spruce it up for spring. So we're going to be putting some cute strawberries on here, and I'll be working on the prototype for that probably tomorrow. So let me put this back here. Don't want it to fall over. And I think I'm going to be back tomorrow night with another project for you guys. So be sure to tune in. Watch for my post about what it'll be, because I'm not even sure yet. If you have any questions, be sure to message me or just put them in the comments and I will answer. Cindy, I know I do need to get back with you about some measurements from our project last night. I did promise you that, and I will. But that's what I have for you tonight. I hope you enjoyed this. This was a really fun, quick project. What a nice little Mother's Day gift, right? Thank you for watching, and I will see you again real soon. Take care. Bye-bye.